Ahoy, salty dogs! Welcome to the Star Squadron server. This is episode number 22 of our series on the Star Squadron server here. We are working on the hub pub today, at least for some of today. I am working on the shop quarter district. It's not a quarter if there's only three. Part area. I don't know. The shop part of the thing of the station. Working on, so a couple of things have changed since I worked on it last episode. I decided that it was too big, so I scrapped it. We're not going to need a lot of space for this, honestly. It's mostly just going to be this. I'm not even sure if I'm going to have an interior for this section. It may just be the interior for the bar, part of it. But, we might do an interior here. We'll figure it out, once we get to it. But, I cut the size in half. I flipped it over as well so that the shallower gradient is on the top and the steeper gradient is on the bottom. I think that looks better. That's more in line with the shape I want for this module. That's the word I was looking for earlier, module. Put some skulls on it. You know how I like to put skulls on everything. Added some little clamps, whatever, decoration. And I'm just working on a little bit more decoration here at this point. Oh, I don't have any standard orange heptas. We may have to do something about that. I'm thinking about putting some more of these decorative bits. Whoops. Maybe doing this part in orange as well. I do like my orange blocks. Kind of like that. Not the spikes though, but the shields for the spikes. I guess they're shields. Let's just see how that looks, see if we like it. That's kind of where I'm going with this today, is just some easy peasy design and looking at stuff. I think I like that. A little bit of splash of color is always a nice thing. Now the spikes we may replace with something else like antennas or something. I think that would work. We'll have to figure out something to do for caps though if we're going to do antennas. Maybe red so it matches the antenna. I think that would work. Let's see. How do we want to do this bit? I guess I need these orange as well. Whoops. Oh, I'm out of blocks. Okay. Okay, I like the orange, though. I think we're going to do that. That works pretty well for us. But yeah, I'm out of blocks, so we'll have to, we'll definitely have to go back to the salty shipyard and get some more. Okay, well, that's coming right along. I'm going to work on this a little bit more, and then maybe we'll get started on another section, or maybe we'll clean this up inside. I haven't decided yet. All right, so I didn't go back to the salty shipyard yet. I started working on this next section. I think this is actually going to be the docking area. It's kind of what I had in mind while I was building it. So far, it's just a skeleton, or it's not even really a whole skeleton yet. It's just kind of starting to become one, I guess. I figured 7 docking points. We want to make sure we can accommodate everybody and everybody's ship here. This is a neutral kind of area, so we want to make sure that anybody who wants to come and visit or dock or patronize my shop is definitely welcome to. So I figured we would have 4 USDs, one here-ish, and then mirrored on the other side. For ships that dock from their nose, we'll have two more, one here and one here. Hopefully they're far enough apart, but if not, whatever, just use one of the side ones. And then we'll have a flat landing platform. I know that some people like to build landers that land vertically like that instead of docking, and then we'll need an elevator to get down into this area. We'll also have to devise a transporter room to get in. If you want to just leave your ship in orbit and transport into the station, that needs to be an option as well. So we'll have to build that. I'm thinking maybe under the stairs right here. This is going to be like a flat floor, and then we'll have plenty of room for systems and logic and whatnot underneath. So, and maybe we'll put the transporter room underneath here. Maybe we'll put it right here in this main access, foyer, however you pronounce that. So we could do that. The next bit, there's going to be one more section, which is like the cargo section, and that'll be a huge thing that dips down like this. That's going to be pretty much inaccessible by people, and I'll fill it up with cargo spaces and systems. For now, shops don't require cargo spaces, but I want to future-proof this a little bit. They are going to in the future, so I want to make sure I've got plenty of room to make sure that I have plenty of capacity for shops. We'll also make sure that you can dock cargo pods on the cargo docking area, so that if I want to purchase bulk quantities of goods from other people, they can just kind of drop them off here at the hub pub, and, I can pay them later or whatever. We'll figure it out. The hub pub name, by the way, is not a permanent thing. That was just kind of like a pet name for this project. If you think of a cooler name for this station, it is in the hub, so something that's kind of, that works along those lines would be nice. We're going to have to hire somebody to destroy this pirate station. It is way too close, and I want it gone. But anyway, yeah, if you think of a better name than Hub Pub for like my shop, spawn area, meeting place, station, neutral area kind of thing, I would love to hear it. Leave a comment below. All right, so if you've been following my channel for a while, then you know kind of how I build. I like to build something, take a step back, look at it, decide I don't like it, tear it down, build something else, decide I don't like that either, tear it down, build something else. It takes me forever to build anything for that reason. I want it to look the way I want it to look, and if it doesn't look exactly right, then I just kind of delete it and start over. So this is like the fourth iteration of this docking area, and it's coming along. At first, I was doing outside in, kind of designing like what shape it needs to be, and then I was going to fill it in with the interior like I did with this section. But I'm not feeling it today. I'm not doing it that way. So for what I've done here was I decided that I wanted a transporter room, and so I put it in. Here's my transporter room. Now, I haven't done any like interior work, really, so probably a lot of this gray will be changed out for something else. But this was just to get an idea for shape, right? Of course, I don't have a transporter computer, because I don't actually have one with me, so we'll have to fix that. But yeah, so this is what I've got though. Excuse me. So I set up a transporter room and then some stairs, and I've got it pretty well lit. I might throw some more lights in places, but that's what we've got so far. And then that opens up to a hallway. Now what I did was I double walled everything so that the exterior of the ship obviously can have its own skin, and the walls on the inside can have their own skin as well. Something we learned from the Salty Shipyard, because we didn't do that there, and we had to kind of slab it all and kind of work with what we had. So that's something we'll be doing going forward in the future. Just, we learn every time we build something new, so that's awesome. So yeah, but for this build, it seems like I'm doing interior, I'm doing inside out, so to speak. And then I'll put a shell around it, kind of like what I did here. And that's what's going to determine the actual shape of this module. So thoughts going forward on this. So we've got docking. I'm still going to do the same kind of docking. We may extend it so that we have 6 instead of just 2, or instead of just 4. On the sides, we may not. We may leave it 4. I haven't decided yet. But what I was planning on doing was this goes down and then out. And then I'll have another section a couple blocks later here-ish that goes up and then out. So hopefully we can fit more ships in. And then, of course, we'll have the 2 off the nose. They may extend out a little bit further, though, before they come out like this. And then we got to put a shell on it and put a landing platform on the top. I know a lot of people, especially Jace Machine, likes to have his ships that land kind of vertically, like surface lander kind of things. Or like Star Wars does that a lot, and he borrows a lot from Star Wars in his building style. So that makes sense. So here's a cool idea I had, and I wanted to try and execute this with you guys because I think it's just such a cool idea that I just really wanted to share it. And I may not be able to finish it today, but I still want to get my point across. So I think if I build it and describe what I'm building as we do it, then that will help me flesh out my idea as well as help you guys understand the idea behind it. So I'm thinking, where's the sun? Oh, perfect. I'm thinking energy. Where does the power for this station come from? And this idea, I think, is so cool that we'll probably utilize it in future ships as well. But anyway, so where does the power for this station come from, right? From the sun. We're going to build some solar panels. If we add these to ships, which I think is a really cool idea, we're going to call them solar sails. But they're basically going to be solar panels that the ship works off of. Now, these need to be large. So what we're going to do is build kind of like a mast, so to speak, and then a sail that goes kind of like this shape. And I think that'll be really nifty. And we can hide our power stuff in there. This station isn't going to need a lot of power. The only power it really needs is going to be for shields. So, and we're in a safe sector. Like, this is not a... this is not like a... like a contested sector. The only danger we have is this Alpha Pirate Station here. And even then, it's not that severe of a threat. So we don't even need a lot of shields. It's not like we're at war with anybody. And the thing is, like, we're a neutral party, man. It is in our best interest as the like mercenary or merc on the server to not be at war with anybody. So it makes more sense for us to kind of play it neutral anyway. Especially if we're doing this shop thing. So the idea for this shape, I'm thinking, is going to be like kind of cylindrical mostly. Basically a cylinder. Maybe with a like spike at the end. So maybe it comes in like this instead. Yeah, I think that would be better actually. So let's drop this back down. And then the way we'll design this, let's take, how tall is 11 blocks? So this is all about visualizing and getting like the mind's eye correct. So we actually, yeah, let's cut this. 11 is good. So let's do this 11 a couple of times and see where it ends us up. How big is this spike now? Yeah, I think that's almost exactly the effect we're looking for. And so I really like to build organic shapes and stuff, but the rest of this station is pretty angular. So if we made this spike kind of organic, it wouldn't really fit. But we do want to add a little bit of organic shape, I think, to it. Let's stick with this 11. Maybe we'll cut out a couple of blocks here. And just kind of add a little bit of shape to it so it's not just like a straight edge. So it kind of curves a little bit like that. Yeah, that's going to be cool. So there is that shape. We need to, and what we're going to do as well, we're going to dock our cargo pods to this spike. So it has some like depth this way as well. I think that's going to be cool. We're going to do probably 8 pods, 2 on each, or 4 on each side. We'll do at least 1 at a 90 to the station, and we'll try and do 2 at 45s. I think that would be cool. Maybe we'll do 290 and then 245. That's probably what we'll end up doing. All right, so this almost needs to be circular. So let's think. How are we going to do a circle? We don't have that much to work with. Yeah, that's not exactly circular, but it's pretty close. Let's do it like this, actually. That's going to be better for building surfaces. And then we can put wedges. Actually, we want this side to be blunt. because that's where the sail is, but this side can be rounded. If we round the back a little more, like, well, now I'm not able to get rounded corners. If we do that, how's that? Yeah. Yeah, I like that. Okay, so we're going to cheat a little bit. This actually isn't cheating. This is a fantastic idea. We're going to make a copy. We want this to be let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. So this needs to be, oh, we're doing this direction. So 1, 2, this is about 5, right? This is 6. 6, okay, and then the X is going to be 4, like that, and we can just copy that, and then paste it. Oh, shoot, this isn't quite going to work, is it? Let's see, if I flip it and come over from this side, no, I'm not going to be able to do it this way. Copy and paste isn't going to work, so unless we do this. Okay, we can do this. We'll just make our Y like huge and and drop a post for us to paste against here. And then we can remove that post. Oh no, it'll actually have to be one further out. So here. And then is this going to be what we want to paste against? Yes, that's perfect. All right, so that'll give us a post. Whoops. At least for that height. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, and then we need to undo our, well, here, let's do it like this. Because we need to alter this for the curve next, so let's cut out these bits and then replace them here, and we'll reselect our selection. So now this is going to be 5, and we'll copy from this side like that, and then we can paste all the way down just like we just did. Let's see, can I paste? Yeah. And we'll paste all the way down to here where the curve changes. Oh, okay. So it actually curves back out as well there. So we can use our first bit and copy that for another couple of blocks. Like this. Okay, now let's undo paste mode. We'll do another copy of this area. And then we can paste it here. That's not what I wanted. We want copy. Pick area. Paste. Okay, that was my problem. I forgot to hit paste. There, and there. Okay, and then it comes in again here. So what we'll need to do then is take this Y and make it insanely long again. Place a block here and drop it down like that. All right, now we can copy this area once again. This was 5 by, what was it, 4, right? Yeah, and then that should fit here. Yes, beautiful. Yeah, so that's looking good. Okay, next, oh, we got 2 more, like that. And we'll smooth it out in a minute, but we want to get the shape down first. Now, let's think about this a little bit, actually. Before we go down any farther, we want it to kind of come to a point, right? So where do we start moving in? I think here we'll bring it in. Let's bring it in at this layer, actually. So now let's turn off our paste mode, and we're going to manually build this, this one layer. So it'll need to be like this. Like that. Yeah, that's good. Okay, now this can be a little bit smaller, and this can be smaller as well. Let's pick our copy. And now we're going to need to build our thing on the Y. So here and then here. Oh, not there. Here and here. And then we can drop our Y line. And we'll erase those, you know, once we're done pasting everything. So now this can go down until the next kind of change. We got 2 more like that. All right, now let's turn off our paste mode. That sun is blinding. And then we'll need to build the next bit like this, and this, and this. Let's just do it. Let's just do it like this. And that'll kind of give us our shape, I think. Yeah, that'll be good. That'll be good. And we're going to run some power all the way down in the middle of this. That's where our station's going to get its power. So it doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be. So we want the Z to be, it only needs to be 2. And X only needs to be 2. And this time we should be able to just, yeah, just like this. Whoops. Like this. And then, how do we want this to end up? Maybe we'll do like 5, 1, 2, 3, like that. Yeah, that's the shape we want. That's cool. And next we'll have to build some solar sails. Or panels, I guess, in this case. They're not sails because we're not going anywhere. But I thought solar sails would be pretty fitting considering like my whole like persona on the server is like a pirate or privateer. We're not a pirate. We work for hire, so we don't privateer. There is a distinction, and we want to make that very clear. Yeah, that's cool. Okay, so let's smooth this out. This is going to be easy to smooth out as well. All we got to do is tall lines of wedges. Like this. We'll have to place 1, and we'll connect it into that structure later, so smooth it out. Piece of cake. Now the corners, like this. Let's try and do the corners real quick as well. We're going to need these blocks to be like this, like that. And probably this one too. Yeah. Okay. And then we need these to go like so. And then we'll need our wedges again. They're going to go like this. So that'll work. Now we're going to need a wedge here. And then we could use these again like that. Yeah, that gives us the shape we're looking for. Okay, now on the inside, this is going to be easy. And we may end up undoing these wedges just depending on how the sails work. But they'll just go like that. That'll give us our kind of shape. Should this maybe come out a little bit more at the tip? Like kind of... No, I like that. I like that. Okay, so next step, we're going to build some sails. And I'll do that and then check back in with you guys. Oh, geez. So I just checked the time. I don't know that we're going to have time to do sails today. I want some ideas from you guys, though. Let's do this. Let's do this. Tell me what you think about a few things. I have a couple of questions that I want some feedback on before I do the sails. First of all, do you like the idea of the sails? I think it's cool. Second of all, do you like the name Hub Pub? We talked about this a little bit before, but if you have a better name for a neutral shop station, here's like the profile of it. So obviously imagine a big solar sail kind of shaped like this as well, coming underneath, and then some cargo pods sticking off. So imagine that, and try and think of a name. And let me know if you have any ideas for that. Or if you think we could just leave it Hub Pub, then that's fine with me. Thirdly, I want to hear about something I haven't mentioned, And those are the intros I've had for the last couple episodes. So the first two had music, and we're just kind of overlays, and I like that. But the music, I agree, doesn't really fit with the whole sci-fi space thing that I have going on. So this episode obviously had no music on the intro and just had an overlay. Let me know what your preference is as viewers. I would love to hear some feedback based on that. And until next time, if you like the video, make sure you leave a like, and I'll see you guys in the next one.